Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sam Platter video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Where I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, drink stuff, then I talk about stuff. I let you know all that you need to know about all potentially delicious things and stuff. And there's hand motions involved. It's a thing. But things that you could try maybe later on. But maybe you want to know what this guy has to say about it. I don't know why you would do that, but do you. And while I'm doing it, I got a Pear Can Thunderbolt poster, crappy old ladder, hamster set up off to the side. You might see my little girl Shizuru run by. On top of that, hey, and I also got some Marvel figures. On top of that, awesome shirt, band 7 Days Lost. Definitely check out their stuff. I actually have a couple of videos uploaded from a set of theirs that I watched recently. None of this doesn't beg mentioning, but none of this is fucking paid promotion or anything like that. Ain't no one paying for this. But I actually really like those guys, and they're super cool guys on top of it. So definitely check out some of their music. Really good. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, we got a threefer. Because we're doing boom! 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 We got some Me and the Bees lemonade. We got with mint, with ginger, and with prickly pear. I got these from Target. I actually did if I upload it, in order. The last video I did was for some moonshine tea. And I got this the same time. Target's, at least where I'm at, they have this thing now where they have this cooler area up in front of the cashier area and everything, and they have weird items that they don't carry in the rest of the place. These were some of those, and I like lemonade, and I was like, I'll try some lemonade. We'll do a thing. Apparently they have 25% less sugar. I appreciate that. I'm trying to be a little bit more health conscious. Not doing a great job, but I lie to myself and tell myself I am. And then it has a story. Is it all the same? I think it's all the same. Alright, let's see. This is the story of me and the bees. To be honest, I didn't always dream of befriending a bunch of honeybees. But 2 bee stings, Great Granny Helen's old family recipe, and a little lemonade stand later, I got curious and got busy learning about bees. Turns out bees are bigger than bugs. Alright. Our fuzzy friends are the littlest and biggest links, fair enough, in our food chain. And they need our help to stay busy, healthy, and productive. That's why I use honey to make lemonade that tastes good and does good. Every sip spreads the buzz, and some of our profits go to organizations working hard to help bees. Join me on my mission. Become a believer. From Michaela. Okay. Healthy Hive Foundation, Be the Change, donate online, meandthebees.com. Okay, why the hell not? Contains 9% juice. I appreciate that. My lemonade stand in a bottle. Real lemons, no high fructose corn syrup, made with love. Made from love from Austin, Texas. That's the second thing from Texas. The moonshine thing was from Texas. Good on you, Texas. And I also appreciate the barcode is a beehive. Which is cool now. Wasn't as cool when I was going to check out. Because I used one of the self-checkout aisles because they didn't have any of the normal ones open. And it took me a little bit to realize that was the barcode. So anyway, it's got a nice story. Help the bees. Bees are our friends, folks. I feel so bad with the bees because I spent so much time as a kid being afraid of bees and stuff, because you don't want to get stung by bees. You still don't want to get stung by bees. But, it's now, it's bees are super important. We need to be more conscious of the bees. And I appreciate that. Hey, bees are cool, so. And I'll say this, too. Wasps get a lot of shit, because they're bees are cool, but wasps suck. For one thing, folks, I watched the whole thing on. For one thing, they do play a role in pollinating stuff, not to the extent that, all the bees do and stuff. But they also go over there, they hunt down, pesky insects and stuff like that. Yes, they can suck, trust me, I've been bitten by a couple in my life. Haven't been stung, I don't think. But let's not always hate on the wasps either. I don't think the wasps are in danger or anything like that, and obviously if they're causing any issues or whatever, call somebody or, do what you need to do, but it's not hate on the wasps. Let's try some stuff. Which one am I going to do first? I wish they just had, the normal one, just standard, so that I would have a baseline, but they didn't at the one that I was at, so I'm going to do ginger first, because it was in the middle. And for some reason, that's a reason to pick it. Shake it. I really do love lemonade, too, so I'm hopeful that this is good. Now, the thing is with lemonade, for me personally, you have to have a nice mix of sweet and, that nice citrusy flavor, okay? Can't be too sweet, can't be too, it's the one that I like a lot. Oh, I can't think of what it's called. But there's this island lemonade stuff. It's really good. So maybe I'll do a video of those one day. It smells very gingery. I like that. Ooh. That's an interesting ride to take. Just keeps going, too. Okay. A little bit mixed on this one. I enjoy it overall. Right off the bat, you're hit with a pretty decent ginger flavor. It doesn't get to the point of being a burning ginger flavor, which is good, especially with it being lemonade. But it's very prominent. Then it kind of dials back into the lemon flavor, and it becomes sort of sour. And the ginger kind of overlaps on it at first. Then it's more just kind of the lemonade aspect of it. And it's a nice tart lemonade. And it really carries at the end with the tartness. The aftertaste is very much like a tart kind of lemonade taste to it. It's not a bad combination of flavors. I like that aspect of it. As a lemonade, it's a little bit hard to go with just because I feel like the ginger aspect is so prominent, it almost overtakes the lemon aspect of it. But no, it's definitely still a lemonade overall. I'll somewhat rebuke my previous statement, because the overall experience is definitely a lemonade experience. The hit of ginger, like I said, it's definitely a nice prominent hit of ginger. I wouldn't say it's overly so, but I do think I'm thinking of this in terms of what I feel like most people would expect from a typical lemonade versus what I'm experiencing. And I think if you go into it expecting, just a lemonade with, just a little smidgen of ginger, I think, you'll be either pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised, because I think the ginger is more prominent than maybe, you might be considering. But it's a decent pairing because you do, obviously you have a sourness from the, from the lemon. It kind of works with the, the very strong flavor of the ginger. It's a very refreshing beverage, and I enjoy that aspect of it. I'm conflicted with this one. I like it overall. It's hard for me to. It's difficult for me to say that I would immediately recommend it. I would definitely suggest people try it because I think it's really tasty. But again, I just think it's one of those things where if you're just expecting lemonade, but I think if you're willing to go with it, it's a really nice drink. Depending on how much you like ginger, obviously. But it's a very nice, smooth, and refreshing beverage. This is a good lemonade. I don't know how the rest of them are going to go. But at the very least, I'm happy with the consistency and everything. Because lemonade is a very specific drink. It has a very specific consistency to it. And a lot of times I've found with some of the more like quote unquote like upscale lemonades that you can buy and stuff, just because you can buy it in a glass bottle and it's a thing doesn't mean that you really got it right. This, I think they did a good job of mixing not only, the ginger and that added aspect, but the consistency feels good. It's not overly heavy. It's still a refreshing beverage, and you're still getting that lemon flavor that carries throughout. So, right off the bat, yeah, that's a good one. Let's do the prickly pear because it's next to it. Getting the jiggly arm. I mean, I guess that's like a prickly pear smell. Prickly pear syrup. Okay. Yeah, alright. Also has monk fruit extract. And lemon juice. So it's got lemon juice concentrate and lemon juice powder. Alright, whatever. That's not bad. That's really, I like that. Yeah, I can. One of the things, especially now that I've had the second one, hopefully the third one will continue this trend. I like that there's complexity to it. I like the fact that it's not a kid's lemonade because as much as I'll enjoy like a Minute Maid or a country farm lemonade, and I do, you know, I like the fact that it's got more going on. Not just with the prickly pear, but I like the fact that, it's not overly sweet. This is lemonade for, maybe not adults, but like, adults like me, where like I'm not the best adult, but I'm still technically an adult. But no, I really enjoy that aspect of it. Um, because again, it's so easy to just end up with some basic bitch lemonade, and it's fine. It has its place, but I really like that this is different, and that it's got more stuff going on. This one, there's more of a direct blend between the prickly pear aspect and the lemonade aspect. The prickly pear is probably the more prominent flavor, somewhat similar to the ginger, but I think it blends better with the lemonade, and so you get this nice fruity, kind of flavor to it, almost like a fruit punch to a certain extent. But then you get like that nice, refreshing, somewhat, semi tart but not too tart, and then it just carries through, and it's really nice. Yeah, I really enjoy this. So far, I mean, these two have been. I was saving the mint one for last because I love mint, and I was hopeful for the other two. These have really been good. Like, I don't know if it's quite to the extent of the one that I normally like, which again I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. Um, but as like an alternative, these are definitely offering something a little bit different than what those do, and I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm very much. Yeah, yeah. Let's move on to the last one. This will probably be the last thing I drink today. Done so many of these things today. Jiggle fat arm. Tornado. Anybody else used to do that with like shampoo bottles when you were a kid? I used to go over there and my dad would buy Suave, which is like cheapo shampoo. Uh, whatever, got the job done. Fuck it, man. I ain't ragging on it. I mean, I use a little bit, nicer stuff now, but, I gotta moisturize my scalp and shit. But yeah, I used to go over there, like, when the swab was, like, almost done, there was, like, just a little bit at the bottom. Pour in a little bit of water, let it fill up. Spin it around, make a little tornado. Probably just me. Woo! I'm full of drinks. It's got a mint scent to it. It's not super duper minty, which I think is hopefully going to be good. As much as I love mint, you don't want to go overboard with it. But it's definitely very there, so let's give it a shot. Okay. Okay. They definitely have all three of them had very similar flavor experiences, just with different flavors. Because you always get sort of whatever the additive flavor is as kind of a more prominent hit at the front, and then it kind of dials back into sort of a lemonade flavor, and then the lemonade aspect kind of carries through to the end for the most part, with just sort of a very vague hint of whatever the added flavor is. I'm a little bit mixed on this one. It's good. I do enjoy it. See, the thing is, I think they did a good job of blending the mint in with the lemonade, because it's not like you're getting a punch in the face of mint. You're getting a very light mint flavor, but then it carries throughout the entire experience. And even though the lemonade kind of takes over, it's still there, and it's got that sort of cooling aspect, that's so nice about mint. The thing is, for me personally, and I said this with the moonshine sweet tea that I did, one of them was mint and honey. I had a sort of a similar thing. I wish they would have maybe done a little bit more mint. That's kind of how I feel with this. Just because I'd really like to get, like, I would have liked it if, before it tapered off into the lemonade aspect of it, I would have liked, like, a really nice hit of mint, and then to just be carried with that nice, refreshing lemonade flavor. I think that would have been a really nice thing, like having that cooling aspect of it to sort of like go over there and awaken, all the flavors in your mouth and everything like that. And then to go over there and have that citrus kind of carry it through. For me. But it's still good. It's just, I wish, excuse me, I wish it had been my favorite. It's not, but it's still good. Because it still has a nice consistency. It does have a nice cool mint feeling throughout it. Like I said, I just maybe would have liked a little bit more of a hit. But I can understand why they didn't do that. Because this makes it a little bit more overall appealing. And like I said, I do think they did a good job of blending it in and everything like that. This is just a personal preference thing. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I still would. Because it's still it's not finely tuned to my personal preferences, but I still think it hits on what I was trying to do, because it's two very refreshing flavors. It's got the mint, it's got the lemon aspect of it, which are both very refreshing things. So I think it did what it was intending to do. It, like I said, just not quite geared to the level that Brandon Wenzel would have personally preferred. But I still think it's a really good drink. Like, even regardless, I would still get it again. I just probably, out of the three, I'm going to say, for me overall, the prickly pear was probably my favorite. Then the mint, then the ginger. Even though I think the ginger was a little bit more prominent. I like mint more as a flavor, so that's just a personal preference thing. But all of them did extremely good jobs of blending everything and being really tasty lemonades. So, yeah, I mean, I really have to give it to me and the bees. Like they definitely get my recommendation. Like I said, I've had upscale lemonades where like I drank it and was like, y'all made some very basic bitch lemonade. Just put it in a nice bottle. That's not the case with this. You can tell that there's effort that's gone into this. You can tell that they went over there and tweaked it to get it where it needs to be. And it does feel like a more mature lemonade. Something that as an adult you're going to enjoy, hopefully, the added complexity of it. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. Oh man, this better be my last video. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a me and the bees rest of your life, because it's me and the bees. Who doesn't want to hang out with bees? I mean, probably not, unless you have your own hive. And, be responsible with your bees. That's all I'm saying. Very final 2 things for me, folks, before I get out of here. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole, okay? Not always going to succeed. You're going to fail. That's why I put try at the beginning of it. Okay? It's part of my overall life doctrine. Mitigate the level of assholishness in your life. That's all I'm saying. If you can't put the good stuff out there, at least don't take it away. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to make some friends with some bees. And you're going to go over there and, like I said, there's like beehive kits and stuff. Just make sure that you know what you're doing and that, like, all the good research that shit. Research it, okay? I don't want nobody getting stung or bees getting hurt or any of that nonsense, okay? Be responsible with your bees. But you're going to go over there, you're going to have bees, and then you're going to go over there and you're going to train the bees to be your loyal army of bees. And then you'll go over there and you'll use them as a superhero. In fact, there was a superhero, I believe he was called the Red Bee. Maybe? But he had a special bee that he would keep in his belt buckle and it would help him out. He was a Golden Age, I want to say Golden Age, either Golden or Silver Age superhero. And then you can go over there, you can fight crime with your bees. But maybe don't do that because, let's leave the bees out of it. Maybe don't fight crime, but, maybe do it, in a more responsible way than that. Anyway. Or conversely, I don't know, folks. What else could you do with your day? Go take some online courses. Bye.